Alright, so I got a couple more added to the collection. I got these at auction. This I was actually like 140 bucks, and then that one was 90, and then out the door with fees and everything it was like 285 or something like that. Anyways, I'll get to that one here in a minute. I bought them both pretty much sight unseen. This one here, which I guess identifies itself as a wheel horse, apparently, I seen on Facebook Marketplace about a month ago for 700 bucks. And I guess nobody bought it because it ended up at the auction, and here it is, and I got it for 90. So I never actually opened the hood on this. I literally just got home and got these unloaded. Of course, literally as soon as I shut this camera off, I think I'm going to take this off because that's not supposed to be on there. And oh wow, no battery. I was thinking, you know, if somebody had this for 700, it should have ran at that price, you would think. And oil is about as black as it gets, and I guess really runny. So, oh, it smells like old gas, so that's good. That's a really good sign there. That wonder what we're gonna find in the fuel tank. Probably the same deal. And try to get in here. Yeah, it smells like old gas. But I'll throw some gas in here later on in this video and see if it runs on it. You never know. Sometimes these will just start right up. Decent throttle. That's been replaced. Choke works, so that's cool. And a really bad paint job, as usual it seems like. Has a ballast resistor. That's kind of weird because these coils don't need that. But that is a replacement coil, and that one doesn't need it, neither does the original. Weird looking boot on this battery cable. I've seen that before though. They did some custom work on the muffler, so I mean that's fine. Got both side covers, that's a nice bonus. Has a pulley mule drive thing in the front, which I've got I don't even know 100 of by now, it seems like. All the tires hold air except for this one front one, which looks like it might probably air up. Probably just needs a tube. As usual, it's got some rust on the hood here, which is unfortunate. Pretty common here in Florida. People let these sit there in the trees and that humidity just gets to it and doesn't dry out. And then I've got this little mini mower. This thing is pretty cool. You know, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. Didn't need it. I didn't need that either, but had to have it. Oh, it's in gear. That's right. Oh, no, it's not. What? Oh, it turns really hard. But I guess it does turn. It felt like I was turning something else. Maybe the mower deck is engaged. But 6.0 horsepower. I guess we really needed to know that. That looks like a newer sticker, too. I don't know. But I don't really know anything about this either. This is 917-8400. I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I can figure out what year this is later on. Little tiny mower deck. I have another machine similar to this. It has kind of the same fenders and the same frame, I think. But it's a little bit different. Kind of a neat steering wheel. It's like half of one. Turns pretty good. I wonder if these are airless front tires. They look like they would be. They are. Well, that's a bonus. Don't need front tires. At least this back tire's completely junk. Yeah, it's junk. That one's fine though. So hey, we got one good back tire and two front ones that are solid. So I'm going to go grab my booster, toss some gas in here, and I'm going to come back and we will see if this thing here will start. That one I'm not going to try yet, and see what happens. Alright, well I hooked my booster battery cart thing up to it, and so far no fire, so that's a good sign. And I'm gonna push this clutch in, turn the key, and this may do something or it may not. I'm not really sure. I did hook up my spark tester, so if and when this does crank over, we can see if it actually has spark without trying to sit here and crank it forever and drain my battery. So I'm going to just pretend I'm actually starting it and pull the choke out like it's gonna just start, because you never know. And, well, it turns. No spark that I could see. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we've got a different condenser here than what's supposed to be underneath this cover. So I'm getting a little suspicious that something here is not quite right. So I'm gonna figure that out a little bit here off camera, come back once as I have spark, and we will try again. So I just took the air cleaner off, and I guess I probably should have did that before cranking it over, because this is what I found inside this foam pre-filter is completely disintegrated, and hopefully none of that went down in the carburetor. I didn't see any down in there. The other thing that's concerning is there's only 2 screws that were barely finger tight holding it on, and it's supposed to have 3, so I'm hoping that didn't go down in there too at some point. And as you can see, that filter is completely not the right one. This filter's for like a Tecumseh engine. And not this, so I don't know why somebody put that in there, because that is completely, you know, because the lid seals flush with the top here, so all the air is just going to bypass that filter. That's going to do absolutely nothing. So that's a great sign, but I don't see anything down in there, so I think we're good. So I'm glad I checked that. So now I'm going to take this points cover off, and I'm going to see what is going on in there. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I have spark now. I did a few different things to check make sure the points are good, and also the coil is good, or wanting to make spark. So I have this little test light. I like this because instead of using a little electronic tester like that one, this actually puts a little load on the circuit, because there's a little light bulb in here that lights up. So I started off by, of course this is hooked up wrong now, started off by, with the key on and battery turned on, hooking this to the positive 12 volt side on here. And as you can see, it's lighting up. And then another thing you can do is, once as you got your points filed, or in this case sanded, I just had some fine grit sandpaper, is to touch this test light to the coil side of the points. And of course I can't do this one-handed, but to open and close the points, and it should flash back and forth. You know, it should come on and then shut off when you open it, if you know what I mean. And you should have spark. And then another thing you can do is turn the key on with the points, you know, connected, and you should see a spark right there. So I'm just turning the key back and forth, and it's sparking. So it should have spark now if I actually crank it, and it does. So let's. I'm gonna get you set up on a tripod, and I'm gonna try starting this. You know what? I'm gonna blow some air in the fuel tank just to kind of help prime it. That might work a little bit better. Carburetor might be primed. We'll see if it needs to be cleaned or not. Thought I seen some gas coming in there. I don't know, the float could be stuck too. Pan, I'm going to just pour that down in here, and it'll rev at 1800 million RPM, but we'll try. This is smoking, so that's great. Whoa. Alright. I don't know now. Maybe we lost spark. Could have, I guess. I might just leave this connected. I don't think it matters. So I'll just leave that on there, as long as this doesn't short out on anything. Yeah, there's spark. I think my battery's getting dead. I haven't charged it in a while either. I wish it'd spin faster. I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably let this battery charge for a while. Well, it looks like I'm not gonna get it running in this video. It kind of fired. I think it's probably just full of junk inside the engine. Spark plugs are probably carboned up and it just doesn't want to start right now, but it was firing at least, so that's better than nothing. I'm sure this carburetor's got to be gone through, very likely, I'm sure. Paint, I need to repaint the whole thing. I gotta get these stickers off, they're bothering me. I'm gonna shut the camera off and peel them off right away. And then, I don't know, probably full restore, you know, to the original yellow color, you know, like that. And, yeah, you'll see this again probably a couple weeks. I'll have some more time, and we'll get this running and probably do a basic restoration on this. And thanks for watching. More coming soon. I hope I can get a nice video on this, and then we'll do something with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we will see.